Hey gang, hope you had some success with the multiplication video. Okay, I hope you did. If you haven't, go back and look at it and practice that one. Another thing you're gonna have in fifth grade. Again, all we're trying to do is get you ahead and get you exposed to it so that when you see it, you'll be able to have a little more success with it. Long division, okay? You should have seen this in fourth grade with a single digit divisor, okay? A one digit divisor. But in fifth grade, you're gonna have a two digit divisor, all right? Now, here's the thing. When you had a single digit divisor like 5, it was easier to do because most of us know our 5s, right? We can easily count by 5s, or we can count by 9s, or we can count by 3s. When you get into a two digit divisor, okay, they're not as easy to count by. So this is going to require a little bit more work on your part. What you're going to have to do first, and what the suggestion is going to be, is for you to make a list of what your multiples are, of that number. Okay, and that's just going to require you to do some addition. Now, if you can add in your head, great. But what I found in working with my students is most kids struggle to add it in their head. It's better to take your time and put a list down. And here's what my suggestion is going to be. We're going to want to put the first 5 multiples of 15. Okay, remember a multiple, if I count by 15s, those numbers that I count are the multiples of 15. So how do I do that? I'm going to go over here on the side, and I'm going to just add 15 plus 15. I'm going to keep adding 15s, all right? I'm going to do it this way so you can see it on the screen. So I'm going to do 15 plus 15. 5 and 5 is 10. 1, 2, 3, I get 30. So my second multiple of 15 is 30. I'm going to put it over here right underneath, okay? Now I'm going to go back to that 30. I'm going to put another 15 under it. I'm adding 15 every time. 15. Now I'm going to add again. 5 and 0 is 5. 3 and 1 is 4. My third multiple is 45. I'm going to go back. Remember, I want the first 5 multiples. I'm going to put another 15 here. 5 and 5, 10. Make sure you regroup your 1. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 1 is 6. So I get 60. And we're going to do one more. Okay? I'm going to put a 15 here. Okay? 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 and 1 is 7. So my fifth multiple is 75. Now, you may need more than that fifth one. As we go through the problem, if 75 is not close to where we need to go, we're going to have to extend our list. We'll see once the problem gets going. I don't want you to do more work than what you need to do. So going the first 5 is the way I'm going to ask you to start. Now what do we do? Well, now we go back to the problem and we do the division like you did in fourth grade. We're going to start here in the hundreds place. Now, I always tell my kids, underline the first place where you're going. We're going to underline that 4. Can I take 15 from 4? If I have 4 things, can you take 15? You can't. So go above that place, okay? And just put an X above the 14. We can't do, or above the 4, excuse me. We can't do that. We can't take 15 from 4, okay? Now what? Now we're going to take our line and we're going to make it longer. So now instead of 4, we're going to make it 49. What number in my list is close to 49 without going over? You can never go over. You just get as close as you can. It's 45. So I'm going to put the 45 here. Now, I need a number up there. How many 15s was that? How many times did I count 15 to get to 45? Well, 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 15 was 45. Now what? Now we subtract. I had 49, I subtract 45. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. And now this 3 that's here, I have to bring this down like this. Put an arrow to the line. That way you know where it's going. I'm going to put the 3 here. Now I have 43. Well, now what? Now I've got to put something here and here. I'm going to go back to my list. What number is closest to 43 without going over? Remember, we can't go over, so we can't put 45. 45 is too big. The closest one I have is 30. So I'm going to put the 30 here. That's 15 times what? How far down the list? It was times 2. When I subtract again, I get a 3 there and a 1 here. And now I'm done. Look, I filled in over the hundreds place, over the tens place, and over the ones place. My answer my total number of groups is going to be 32, but I've got this left over. We call that a what? Do you remember from 4th grade? You call that a remainder. Sure, that's a remainder. So my answer would be 32 with a remainder of 13. So let's put this in a word problem. What would that mean? Let's say we had 493 marbles, okay? And we were going to put the marbles into boxes, and the boxes could hold 15 marbles each, okay? How many completed boxes would we fill? Well, we'd fill 32 boxes. How many extra marbles would we have? We'd have 13 extra ones. They'd go in the 33rd box, but they wouldn't fill it, okay? We make our list, and then we do our division. Let's take a look at another one. And guys, the thing with this, you got to just get the steps and then practice a little bit, okay? Because once you get it, it's not really difficult to do once you understand it. All right, I'm going to make my divisor 27 this time. I'm going to give you a little bit bigger number, okay? One of the ones a little bit different. And let's do 493. 493. I think that's what we just did, but we'll do it again. 493 divided by 27 this time. So how do we start? We got to figure out the first 5 multiples of 27. How do we do it? We add them, right? 27 plus 27. 7 and 7, 14. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So my second multiple, because the first one is 27. 27 times 1, 27. 27 times 2, 54. Put 27 again, and now we're going to add. 4 and 7 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. We get 81 for the third multiple, 81. Now we're coming back here. Put your 27 again. That's 8. This is 10. Our fourth multiple is 108, and then we're going to do the fifth one. And I get 15 there. That's a 3 there because I carried the 1, and I get 135. Okay? Now, you might need to go past that as we do the problem. You might need to go past that. You might need to keep adding, but start with the first 5 multiples. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to do the division part, right? So now we're going back. We're going to underline that 4, and we're going to ask ourselves, can we take 27 from 4? Can we do that? We can. 27 is way more. So I'm going to cross out the hundreds place. I won't have a hundreds number in my answer. Now I'm going to extend my line. Now I have 49 again. So counting by 27s, look what I have up here. Okay? What's closest to 49 without going over 49? What's closest is 27. So I'm going to put the 27 here. That was times 1, right? It was the first one. Now what? Now you subtract. 9 minus 7 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And we have to bring down the 3. Well, now we have 223. Is this close to 223? It's not. I have to extend my list now. So now I have to keep adding, okay? So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to erase this so you guys can see it on the video. My last number that I had was 135. I've got to add another 27. I have to keep going until I get close to this number. So I'm going to add 27. 5 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 162 is my next multiple. Is that close? Not really. I have to keep going. 27 again. That's 9. That's 8. 189. Is that close? Not really. Got to put another 27. I have to keep going. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 and 2 is 11. 216. Oops, I'm sorry. Wrong place. Is 216 close? It is pretty close, isn't it? I think we're going to be good with 216. That's what we're going to put there. Now, I need a number up here. I have 216 there. How many 27s was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 27 times 8. So the 8's going to go up there. And now we're going to see what we have left. I can't do 3 minus 6. So now you follow your rules of subtraction, right? I can't do this. We're going to regroup. So that becomes 1. This becomes 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. I get a remainder of 7. So if I had 493 things, I was going to put them into groups of 27. How many whole groups would I have? 18. How many extras would I have? 7. Okay? So once you get your numbers listed, the division is pretty straightforward. Okay? Again, it's going to take practice. I'm going to show you one more. I'm going to want you to try to pause the video and you give it a shot. Okay? You're going to put a list of your numbers and see how many it takes to go ahead and do your division. All right? You want an easy one or a hard one? A hard one? Oh, okay. I know you're sitting at home going, no, I said easy. All right, let me give you one here. Let's see. Let's do 13. How about that? We'll count by 13s. That's not too terribly hard to count by. And let's do a different number besides 493. Let's do 602. How about that? 602 divided by 13. Okay, so what do? We got to make our list. Now, I'm going to tell you what. The list is the most important part. If you don't get the list right, if you don't add correctly, the division is going to be wrong because you're going to have the wrong numbers in it. So you have to take your time. You have to be diligent, okay? You have to take your time to do the addition correctly. So let's go ahead and do our list of 13s. Can you see over here on the, yeah, again. All right, 13 and 13, 26. 26 and 13, that's 9, and that's 3, 39. 39 and 13, well, that's 12 after regroup. That's 52. 52 and 13, and that's 65. Remember, I want you to do the first 5 multiples and then try to do your problem. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you do, you're going to have to add on, okay? Now, we're going to go to the problem. Here's my list of multiples. Now we're going to go to the problem and see what we can divide. We're going to underline that 6. Can I take 13 from 6? I can't, so I'm not going to have a hundreds number. I won't have a hundreds number in my answer, okay? So now let's go and extend my line. Now we got to do 13 from 60. Is there a number close to 60 in my list? There is. Remember, we can't go over. What's close? 52. Okay? So now we're going to subtract. I have to regroup. That becomes 5. This becomes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. And I'm going to bring down my 2. So now I have 82. My list goes to 65. Is 65 close to 82? Might not be close enough. We might need to keep adding. So let's do 65 plus, remember we're adding 13 each time. 5 and 3 is 8. 6 and 1 is 7. I get 78 as my next multiple. Is 78 close to 82? It is, right? So let's put a 78. Oh. I hate when I don't do things correctly. We put this 52 here. I didn't put my number up top. My mistake. I got to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have put a 4 up there. My mistake. See? Everybody makes them, guys. Right? But you got to make sure you put numbers up, numbers down. I put the 54 down. I had to put the 4 up. My mistake. And the reason I knew it, hey, I'm glad I made the mistake. You always have to have something above each number. That's why I put the X above the hundreds. The 4 goes above the tens. Now I've got to have something in that ones place. I'm going to put my 78 because that was close. It's times what? What's going to go up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to put the 6 up there. Okay? All right, and now we're here. We got to do the subtraction. I can't do 2 minus 8, so we have to follow our rules of subtraction. That's going to be 7. This is going to be 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. Okay? So we get 46 with a remainder of 4 for my answer. 46 with a remainder of 4. All right? Okay, what did we do? When we knew what our divisor was, we made a list of the first 5 multiples. And then we had to go and do the division. Remember, I just made the mistake. I've been doing this since I was your age, but I mean, I've been teaching this for 38 years, and I made the mistake, right? Mistakes happen. You fix them, you move on. Don't be afraid of making a mistake, okay? Everybody does it. Learn from it, move on. You have to put something above the numbers, okay? There's got to be something above the hundreds, above the tens, above the ones, okay? And then do your division. Watch the video a couple times, see if you can work things out, have your parents make a problem for you, okay? And practice, okay? And again, anything you come in where you know some of this stuff already, it's going to help you out and you're going to have a successful year. And that's what we want for you, okay? So work hard. Enjoy your summer.